There is an element strong enough to build spacecraft mirrors, light enough to fly into space, and toxic enough that the people who work with it have to wear full protective gear just to be in the same room. Let's talk about beryllium, element number 4. And honestly, this one doesn't get nearly the attention it deserves, because almost nobody has heard of it, but you have probably looked through it more times than you realize. The story actually starts thousands of years before we even knew beryllium was an element. Ancient civilizations were mining a beautiful green gemstone called emerald and a blue-green stone called aquamarine for thousands of years, with absolutely no idea that both of them contain the exact same hidden element. Fast forward to 1798. A French chemist named Nicolas Louis Vauquelin is analyzing emeralds and aquamarines, and he notices something strange. Both gemstones contain an unknown substance that behaves nothing like the elements already known at the time. He isolates it, and at first he names it glycinium, from the Greek word for sweet, because compounds made from it had a noticeably sweet taste. Let that sink in for a second. The element was originally identified, in part, by how sweet it tasted, which is exactly the kind of casual safety standard you'd expect from 18th century chemistry. Do not, under any circumstances, try that today. The name eventually got changed to beryllium after the mineral beryl, the same mineral family that gives us both emeralds and aquamarines. Same root word, same hidden element. Two completely different-looking gemstones that people had been treasuring for thousands of years without realizing they shared a secret ingredient. And here's where beryllium goes from interesting gemstone fact to wait, what? Beryllium is incredibly light, incredibly stiff, and barely expands or contracts with temperature changes, which makes it one of the most valuable materials in aerospace engineering and precision optics on the planet. The mirrors inside the James Webb Space Telescope, the most advanced space telescope ever built, the one capturing images of galaxies billions of light-years away, are made from beryllium. Not glass, not aluminum, beryllium. Because in the extreme cold of deep space, beryllium barely warps at all, keeping the mirrors perfectly aligned to capture light from the edge of the observable universe. So somewhere, right now, humanity's deepest look into the history of the universe is happening through a metal that was first identified because a chemist tasted it. Now here's the part that turns this from impressive to genuinely dangerous. Beryllium dust is highly toxic. Breathing it in, even in small amounts over time, can cause a serious and sometimes permanent lung disease called chronic beryllium disease, which mimics symptoms similar to severe asthma and can be fatal in extreme cases. This means the same element holding together a multi-billion-dollar space telescope has to be machined and handled in fully sealed environments, with workers wearing respirators and full protective suits, just to avoid breathing in microscopic particles of it. Let's go further. What if all the beryllium on Earth disappeared right now? First, every advanced space telescope and satellite component relying on beryllium mirrors and structural parts becomes essentially unbuildable using current technology. The precision and stability beryllium provides simply doesn't exist anywhere else on the periodic table at the same weight. Second, nuclear reactors lose a critical material. Beryllium is used as a neutron reflector and moderator in certain nuclear reactor designs, helping control nuclear reactions safely. Without it, several reactor designs would need a complete redesign from scratch. Third, the aerospace and defense industries lose access to one of the lightest, stiffest structural metals available, forcing a return to heavier materials and less efficient aircraft and spacecraft designs across the board. Quick round of facts about beryllium that sound made up but are completely real. Fact 1. Beryllium is actually present in nuclear weapons design, used historically as a neutron reflector to help trigger nuclear fission more efficiently. One of the lightest, most obscure elements on the periodic table has played a direct role in some of the most destructive technology ever created by humans. Fact 2. Despite being toxic to humans in dust form, beryllium compounds are completely stable and safe once they're locked into solid metal alloys, which is exactly why it's safe to fly inside a plane built with beryllium components, but extremely dangerous to be the person machining that same metal in a factory. Fact 3, and this one is genuinely strange. Beryllium is one of the very few elements that can be found in significant amounts inside both extremely valuable gemstones and extremely advanced military hardware at the exact same time. Emeralds and nuclear components, sharing a periodic table box. So there it is, beryllium. Element number 4. Hidden inside emeralds and aquamarines for thousands of years before anyone knew it existed. Tasted accidentally by the chemist who discovered it. Now holding together the most advanced space telescope humanity has ever built, while simultaneously being dangerous enough to require full protective gear just to handle safely. Next time, boron. The element sitting inside the glass on your stovetop, the borax in your laundry detergent, and somehow also one of the leading theories for treating certain types of brain cancer. See you there.